And then this is also probably going to be like very easy because I'm just good at science. Let's get it started. Balanced, terraforming, or growth? I'm thinking like probably not growth. Well, maybe I am thinking growth, because growth is good for support. And support is good for not losing, but terraforming is also good for not losing. It's a tricky one. I'll do growth. We haven't done growth in a while. We just did terraforming, so this looks stellar so far. You love to see early titanium. Pretty cities as first choice is really interesting. But then a free project suggestion and research is also interesting, because we should be able to get over 700 pretty easily. But then your other two abilities don't really do anything, and these other two abilities do like a lot. Yeah, I'll take Pakai. So we go here. I know that historically we've been using a 2-in-1 arrangement, but given that... Well, actually, how would that work? I was going to say, given that we're doing a growth game, I think I could probably do house, 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 and then a support building. But now I'm also thinking I probably want to do like farm, soil factory, farm. And then also here we have the fabled quad tritium thermogenerator arrangement. So I don't actually think there's a way to do triple house and double farm in this configuration, because this is generator, 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 generator. Farm, farm, soil factory. And then, like, this is all you have to work with, but they don't connect. So I'm actually going to do the double house single farm arrangement, even though I don't think it's going to be... Even though I think we have the food to support 3, I'm going to do that one instead. And then we expand here, like, as soon as possible. A second titanium! Things you love to see. : it. We have no tritium, and we do have water. So given that we have a soil factory down, this is actually 2 food per turn for 10 water. I'm going to take it because we can get water very easily here. Like, here's our second large hint of water. That's going to put us at 10. We build it next turn. Hab module, laboratory, tuber farm. We're good on food. We don't need that. Another hab module would be, like, fine, but that's like 8 turns of food generation. A lab would be good. Now we take a thermogenerator. A lab would be good, but I don't see silicates. So we'd have to trade for all of them. This might look insane. I'm going to take the hab module. There's our water. Here's our farm. 4 food per turn, and now we're just waiting to build these bad boys. Here's our trade route. I would love a bus station. I think I have to do tritium for that. 22, 26, 30. It does change our math if we do that, so export power instead. And any spare tritium you can find is useful. And food! Okay, so now we can do that instead, because it doesn't change our math anymore. And we can explore that next turn. And we'll be able to build our bus station, which gets us this, and this, and this, because we can build a house next turn. We're off to the dang races now. Although this is even more interesting than a hab module. It's like you're the same thing, but you give more support. So you can go here. You don't need to explore this turn, just give us extra support. No, you do need to explore this turn. Take that back. You do need to explore this turn to get us tritium. Like that. That can go, that can go. You can come, like, here. And then we expand yeah, and yeah. Do we want to extract that water or immediately breach the aquifer? I think we can afford to just breach aquifers here. It's going to cost us 8 power to do that. I mean, we don't. There's no incentive to do it right now, so I'm going to wait on it. Import tritium. Export food. Robot hub? Yeah, I would. I'd explore here for tritium. Mineral cave. It's a nice little bit of support. Another large hint of tritium. A canyon view? You shouldn't have. What's my plan here? I think my plan is find as much tritium as you can to get this generator online, which you'll be able to do next turn with either industrial lobbying or exploring. That's fine. Temporarily. It's not fine long term, but temporarily it's fine. Grab that. You go here. And then we want to stay on that. We want as many generators down as soon as possible. How important is it to get to you? Not. Not important at all right now. In fact, it's not really that important to expand anywhere right now. You are going to make an interesting city eventually, though. Because you're going to be coastal. Which means that we could build a ship right here, and we could expand across all of what is eventually going to be a very big ocean. Let's think about that for a later time. Minus 11 support? I'm unfazed. I think it's becoming laboratory time rather soon. Where would I put it? You'd probably just squeeze them here. Okay. Fair enough. It's also becoming new city time relatively soon. I mean, maybe you just do that right away. It's worth thinking about. You find silicates yet? No. Fair. Alright. For every 3 permanent project proposal increases you do, increase the amount of projects you can research by 1. No. Maybe. Maybe. That's 3 free water. It's actually kind of good. I'll take it. I don't think I want the rest of this, though. We've already got 2 houses in reserve, and the food is actually easier for us to come by than sciences right now, so I don't think we need that at all. Collector tritium. We've finally found a hint of silicates. Stop. Start. Come down here. I'm going to need to build 1 robot hub here. It's probably going to need to go there. Interesting. We can do that next turn if we do this. Then we can do that. Road paver depot is really interesting. So you go here, and it's mostly just so that we can continue building buildings here. And then with your 2 expansions, I'd like you to come out here and see what all these are, but you can't expand right now. So I guess you're just going to wait, and we're going to found a new city. Ooh, you've got a lot going on down here. Alright, found. -1, that's okay. We can put a support building here and it'll perk people up. In fact, we can just do it right now. And then I'd like to see silicates, please. Mine resources, not super helpful. Modular apartments is kind of interesting, actually. But, like, not really now that I look at it even closer, because we already have, like, 3 houses in hand. The interesting thing about modular apartments is you don't have to wait for a house to actually show up. You can just use it. So if you really need population, then you can grab it. And also it's good support per turn if they're adjacent, but we don't need half that equation. And rural constructions isn't as good as space projects, which do use quite a bit of silicates. So I think this is actually going to be like a mine resources opportunity. And then that's an early research center for sure. Because now we can do things like drill for tritium. We can do things like drill for titanium. We can do things like drill for silicates, although it's a long ways away. It's a long ways away. I don't have the power to spend on that either. Reset those. We want science now, I think. We want to get to 14. So, export a food. You can, like, do a thing. Hey, 1 power for 5 water isn't that bad. 10 silicates. It is, like, kind of exactly what we were asking for. So I'll take it. And then you're almost a tritium thermogenerator? No, you're not a tritium thermogenerator. We'd have to build aquifers on both of these. You might be a tritium thermogenerator here, but it's unlikely. Take the support building instead. And just stick it here. It gives you an extra expansion as well. You're out of power. It's not great. Yeah, then you can go like here, so we see more projects. I should have done that whole turn in a different order, but it kind of is what it is at this point. And then you can be a lab. You don't have anything to do, really. I don't even know what happens if I build it there, but no, I'd rather just have the 10 support. Yeah. Methanogenium, absolutely. Trade route, absolutely. Yeah, trade route, absolutely. And now we really got to get that science up. So, expand here, trade route, extra science. When we hit power, I think we will start extracting these aquifers, because I'm looking at the nitrates, and they're getting close to the point where we could build a plant spreader. We can't do it in any of these current zones, but hopefully we can explore into one where we can. And then I really just need more tritium thermogenerators. I've only got 2. I would really love to be running 4, and I'd love to be running that relay station at this point. But we're behind in a pretty significant way. Large nitrates deposit. Okay. We're going to be capped on science for a while. Give me robots first. And then also just like keep exploring science. Hasten this. The earlier we can get this bacteria spreader down, the happier we'll be. What do I need here? Did you get all the stuff you needed from D-Star? Okay. CO2 factory, we're so far away on power. We're so far away on power, like everywhere, really. It's very likely you get thrown out, but I'll take you for now. Do we have a hint of power anywhere? No, not even a hint of power. This is not great right now. It's not great, like, at all. You could be a nitrate mine, which is kind of interesting. I think that's more important than 1 turn of working towards bacteria spreader. I would take another landing pad. I would build a mine. I would definitely trade away a nitrate. And I guess I would trade away 2 food, because we're at 36. We could even put an extra house down over here if we had the power, but we don't. I just need you to turn it into support, honestly. There we go. Alright. We're back in business. And we got lucky with the +3 out of it. So you go here. You do not get researched yet. I want to wait for the bacteria spreader. 22, 23, 24, 25. Next turn we get it. This was a good tile. It changed a lot of numbers for us, which is very valuable. We pass. I think we take you. I think we build you. And I think... if we expand here, it's just going to get flooded, like, soon. This is flooded at water level 1. So I think what we do... this is complicated. Because I want this to go down this turn. Get ready to mine the tritium. I think you go here. I don't think you're ever going to be a city. I know it costs us a trade route, but I would rather have the spreader. And then we also got 10 power from somewhere. I guess we got a lucky crate. So we're going to build that. And then we're going to drill this. And then next turn we can make a robot hub, so we can expand here and here from Ayud Outpost. That gets us 2 more titanium. Because I really want to make that titanium mine. Because there's so many space projects that take titanium. I think I can afford to do it just because we're growth focused right now. And then space project, like, well, oh god. No, we gotta start working the victory conditions. Like, as we work on this, we will be able to, like, make progress on other stuff. Trade away the titanium first. Save the power, because the power matters. Because we can breach, and then, like, maybe breach if we're lucky. Should we just rip the band-aid off? No, you should build your robot hub. I think you wanted this to be food. This can be... no, this should be food. This should be like food, food, food. That's so excessive, though. Next turn, robot hub. Expand here, expand here. Don't spend your power. Just turn it into other stuff. There's the water expansion we need. I don't care what else is in that pack. It's a space project, and it's going to trip that parameter. So we can start building up our support buffer. And then you're going to come here. So that we can expand it here, and we can expand it here. You have 0 power again. Well, I can't say that Thomas is at a super successful tenure there, but at least we've got this, like, banked so that eventually we can get 1 extra silicate. And, I mean, how do you not take trade boost when you're doing a space game? Do we invest now? I think we invest now, and we worry about the rest later. And then I think we also start breaching. I just really need more trade routes. A lot more. Like, this is going to be a good spot for a spaceport in terms of comfort of living. This will be an okay spot for a spaceport. It'll get a large nitrate deposit. It'll also give comfort of living here. I'd like them to exchange... well, they don't need to exchange those tiles, actually. If we breach this aquifer, we actually just start thinking about making that spaceport, like, soon. So let's jump on any hints of tritium we find. We're going to have 2 opportunities, but we need to get to 15, and we're trading away 1 power. Embassy is 2 support per turn per trader, so this will be 2 support per turn if we build it here, and eventually it's just going to get replaced. Minus 33. It's getting bad. Take the power building. That's a hint of power if you could get to it, but you can't. Next turn you can, though. So I guess just build an embassy like here. That's where a soil... Nah, that's where something else is going to go. We'll worry about that later. Just get them down so you have your support. But we're about to have a major support issue. Like a major, major support issue. What gets us out of it? I don't think a project that costs 20 titanium gets us out of it. As important as that is right now, I think the only thing that gets us out of it is trade routes. So that we can get terraforming parameters. So explore here, it's only 2. Okay, but there's a larger one, and we have exploration satellite next turn. You need to go here. I know we're trying to save up tritium, but I need the power even more. Especially because there's a hint. Like, it's going to be like 10 power. I recognize that hint. I'd know that hint anywhere. In which case, maybe we can afford to take that and just bump our terraforming parameters up as fast as we can. Also, hi Amanda. Welcome, welcome. 13 silicates, we need to get to 24. There's the resonance station we're looking for. Competing with a bacteria spreader. But this is plus 4 power, so we kind of have to take it. It's only plus 5 power. But we are at the 11 threshold we need now. Kill this. And dump all of it into tritium. Like, all of it, all of it. I really need silicates quite badly as well now. This is cheap-ish to reach. Takes us to 15. You'll take us to, like, 17? Yeah, we let you pass. 6 turns until we die. It's honestly not looking good. That would be so helpful if we can live long enough to get to it. This would be so helpful if we could live long enough to get to it. I think our only solution for living right now is we take a second one of these, because that's going to be the most valuable thing that we can do in the future, is we need to spend our power on support exploration tiles, even though we desperately need tritium. I can afford to take 1 turn off, I think, to get this. And now, like, we can only explore 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to be 1 off. And I don't have a 3rd trade route accessible anywhere. We have to spend our next explorations on support only. That's it. That's all there is to it. Hold on. That changes our numbers substantially. This is like technically support, but it's not going to be great support because these 2 cities are very close, so we're going to skip that. You're going to be good to put on the anomaly that we have here. You're going to be 3 science there. We'll grab you eventually. And then we extract. We build you for comfort of living. Okay, down to 44, and now we have to finish a water project. It's just that simple. 11, 12. We're not going to get to 20. Don't even bother counting. You're out of power. Produce support a second time, please. That keeps us alive a little bit. We can only explore support. That's it. I can take that because I can just build it immediately. You can't, because you have to destroy a rock to do it, and then you don't have power to explore. No, you have satellites. You're actually fine. Use the satellite that gets you a hint of power. Now you can destroy a rock so that you can build a greenhouse farm, and you can still explore. We're stalling just enough. I don't think we're going to be, like, good long-term, but short-term, we just might live. This is so important, but I can't take it. I'd have to throw out more expensive projects to do it. You're important, though. And we have space for you. You just have to go there. It's that simple. We need to explore titanium this turn. Can I get a smiley face and titanium? Yes. Good. Good, good, good. Are we going to be okay? Plant spreader? We could build it. We're maybe putting something together here. You're +3 support per turn. That might matter. But I'd really like to save my science for hull structures. Okay. Can we take a turn off to finish tritium from Mercury? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say I hope we can. Let's grab support. We're at 18 silicates. I need 4 more. I just can't afford to grab any right now because I'm in dire straits happiness-wise. You're gone. We are about to raise the ocean level, so actually do that, even though this is better. I want the 1 free water per turn. And then spread this once just for the support. I think we're okay. I think we might have made it out of this spot. And now I'm like, I could take a skyscraper. Yes, it's -3 support. Well, no, it would be insane to take it this early. Take a robot hub instead. Flood the planet. Now if we see a shipwright, we definitely put one there. I would really love to... Well, actually, I could just do this. And then I can take this spot. I know it's -1 support, just chill. I need the titanium. I need a place for you to go. I could just build a canyon view as well. I need a place for you to go. It's gonna cost us a trade route short term. But I don't care. I can't put it anywhere. I need a heat and a water. Does such a thing even exist? I need to tick heat once for that. God, heat... All of our terraforming parameters are so bad right now. I need space projects to show up that generate terraforming parameters, is what it is. 99, 89. I mean, it sucks that we have to wait 1 more turn to finish that, but it's okay, we'll live. You don't generate any support. No, you generate 5 support. There we go. No, please, I need something. When we build the resonance station, that's going to produce 4 new power, so it's actually going to produce 5 power. And Svetlana is not really going to do enough for us relative to that. Plus, Innovate. Hey, this game is going poorly enough that Mariam's going to be really good. Space route. Space project, and it's going to be a cheap one with hull structures. This we have to finish. So I would really like to innovate every turn, I think. Innovate and then make the same choice. I just want that 4 science so I can get to 20 so I can play lightweight hull structures. That's it. That's the whole driving motivation. Some trade routes aren't assigned. Put titanium towards this. I want to save the tritium for once we've actually got lightweight hull structures up. Phobos, don't care. Plant spreader, do care. Enable, we're at 3 tritium per turn. Next issue to solve is heat. Anything that generates heat that we see from now on, we have to take. Did I forget to innovate? I bet I forgot to innovate like an idiot. Well, explore a science spot instead. At least get some science out of this equation. And then you need to drop to 1, but we can import 2 and we can export 2 food. We can do something like that to make it go faster. And then we also have you ready, but I'm saving science. I'm saving science for lightweight hull structures, I remember. A dock doesn't help me right now. Heat does help me, but man, you're a long ways off. Research campus doesn't help me right now. Make sure you innovate. You're a space project that gives extra power. We love that for us. I want this satellite to find silicates. 21. Go to 22. End turn. Your atmosphere, I wish I cared. This puts us at 20, so we can finish noiseless ship engines. Did we get all 4 of our tritium thermogenerators? We did. You produce 6 support per turn. You could move here, and then you can come here. 9 power per turn. I now feel good about our power production. Reset all this. Finish this. This is a very important project now. And then I can still research a project. We find ourselves again in the realm of needing support. So I guess we'll just take like a rocket bed. Still can't do anything with that. You need heat. None of this is heat. I would innovate to find heat. None of this is heat. I would really love to take that. In fact, I think that's actually better than orbital solar panels, because it's old tritium and it trips our next ocean level, so it's actually going to be an important support threshold increase for us. I need heat. I also probably need to protect natural heritage down there, but I don't have the titanium for it right now. We die in 5 turns. We're not going to die. This is exactly what I was looking for, so I can get into this pond. I think you're just going to like go out here, probably. Those are -1. That's fine. The bigger issue is that we can now... Not issue. The bigger advantage to that is we can now take water buildings, which tend to be very strong. I need to find tritium. I need a big tritium hint. That'll keep it running for a while. And then put some titanium towards that other water project. And then prospect for even more tritium. What am I saying? That project needs to finish. Three support for each coastal location owned by the city. Another plant spreader. It's unfortunately not good right now. On Android Hub, it's maybe good. This is support. That is support, you're right. You don't have a city to put it in, though. I gotta find another city for support. Like, here would be pretty good, probably. And you could just do it this turn. Oh, yeah. Holy cow. Oh, I'm missing this. Next turn. And then Beach Club. How good is Beach Club going to be here? Not good. Beach Club is not going to be good right now at all. So I guess you just take an Android hub, and then you throw something out. You throw out a robot hub, because you've got better hubs. We need to build that for support, basically. And then we have 3 spare resources. What should they be? Science for a development center, probably. Okay. We're still living. Temperate Forest is just going to be good support. Space Project is great. Enable. There's a support buffer. We're not out of the woods, but we do have breathing room now. That's plus support. This is plus support. This is just food. Geothermal spot. I would turn you into a spa resort, and then I would also like a large titanium deposit, please. I need more titanium for that. Well, import some. You should finish this project before you start anything else. Do something like that. It's probably pretty good. 2 turns that's done. And then that's 70. We'll be at 80. We need 1 more water project, but it can be a small one. Oh no. This is a lot of damage. And I can't fix any of it right now. I need titanium, silicates, tritium. Titanium, silicates, tritium. Titanium, silicates, tritium. Should probably take you. Titanium, silicates, tritium. Titanium, silicates. Silicates, tritium. Does that help? Yup. Yup. No. Okay, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We can do 2 of those, and then import 1 science, export a food. Bacteria spreading? I need so much more heat. Just an unbelievable amount of heat I need on this planet. It's turned 40. We haven't tripped any terraforming parameters except for water. This is a nightmare. 2 water per turn. Not good enough. I need to take a space project instead. If I could get 1 more of you. No need to import anymore. Never mind. We're done. In that case, start importing silicates. Start exporting power, because we're actually building up a power surplus. And then explore for tritium so that you can repair that last building. This will put you at minus 14 support. Support is okay, but we're also about to trip the next threshold, which terrifies me. And we still can't grow any plants because heat is awful. But when this increments, we'll be fine. If I got Henry Carnegie in my next leader pool, I would be so utterly disappointed. Research all projects. Use return life forms. None of it is heat. So this is going to be better for support. A lot better for support. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, it's just going to be so much better. Can't repair you right now. 3 food per turn for 22 nitrates? I can't do that. I'd like to see 5 extra projects, please. Oh, space baby. This is heat. It's quite a bit of heat. I don't know where the silicates are going to come from, but I think we're just going to have to figure that part out later. Stop doing that. Stop doing this. Start doing that. All we're allowed to explore from now on is silicates. We're going to go here, here. You get the idea. We're going to explore a lot of silicates. We also got to find a titanium source somewhere. Alright, we were expecting that. I'm unhappy about it, but we were expecting that. Your terraforming parameters in exchange for existing on water. I'd love to take you, even over something like a train station, unfortunately. I'd like to... I can't repair you. I need titanium. Any silicates plus titanium in the building? It's looking like a no. Well... yeah, well indeed. Can't afford to do that. Alright, noted. In that case, it doesn't really matter if we explore for more silicates. We should just kind of grab titanium. So this has to get fixed. Our support cannot afford it. We increment heat in 2 turns. That's going to buy us a little time. Not a lot. It's going to buy us a little time, though. Plus 2 support for each coastal location, and just 5 support per turn, period. I don't have any cities that own a bunch of coastal locations, is the problem. I'd like to see more projects, please. What would I do with you? You'd grab these 2 tiles, which could then be spaceports. That is actually pretty compelling. Also, I gotta get this mine up. I need titanium. I gotta explore titanium next turn. Not enough silicates in stock. I'll scale it back by 1, 2, 3. 14 to 18. Give me some of that, so you can do that. And then I guess the rest should be science. It's dicey. We're still in some dicey territory here. At least there's our heat increment. That buys us like 2 turns. I'd like to explore titanium, please. That puts us at 5. Plus 4 support for each ocean location owned by the city. This we can do. You're going to own 3 ocean tiles, which would be 12 support. It's going to cost us a lot of science to get there, but it's probably better than a development center and a research center right now, because it prevents us from losing the game. Holding 1 more project than I can afford to hold. You're never getting built with how many silicates we need, so you can just leave now. And then also we can finally grow some plants to start fixing our support income. 2020. Alright, you're done. You can't afford to be done. You're going to be 20 next turn, even if I don't import. I should be working towards nitrates, so that I can build a plant spreader again. And it's probably going to go here or here after I get my next titanium. We're going to build a lot next turn. Get ready for it. Why are you increasing again? That's so much earlier than you were supposed to. Space project? Yeah, space project. Here. Sailing school. And now, these are actually net 3. So we do those. Then we come over here, we build robot hub. Here. We expand here. Plant spreader. Kelp here. 78. What needs heat? Probably a place where people currently live. Like, Noach's Miner is going to be really cold and it rains there. I think we want to space laser that province then. And then next turn I can build a spaceport here, and then the turn after that I could build another spaceport. And then our biggest issue is going to be economy. Here, give me some free terraforming parameters while you're at it. Some trade routes aren't assigned. Science per turn, exploration. I want more resources. Finish the exploration satellite. And then you can stop doing that, so you can do that. And then you can stop doing that, so you can do that. Okay. We still die, like, really soon. But I think some of the bleeding has been stemmed. I need titanium. You'll do. We're taking this. We're building this. We're importing these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wanna build this mine. Stop exporting. Export food. Import 1, export 1, put 1 towards the project. University Dock Research Center. Most likely to be useful. Can't afford to take a space project right now, unfortunately, but give me 2 titanium per turn. Reset all of this. That finishes next turn. And then wrangle the rest of these. 3 towards this. One extra science. Export of food. I don't think I can afford to go independent right now. What I would like to see is a house. I actually would like to see 4 or 5 houses, because we've got a lot of prime housing opportunities in this city spot. You didn't have to do that. I don't know why you did it. You need to explore a support tile instead. Rover Museum? Yes, please. Pretty please. And this just has to wait for... Well, you're a house. Where do we have a lot of mines? 1. 1. 2. I'd have to replace a Martia to do it? I don't want to do that. You don't really have any other prime mine opportunities down here, do you? Hold up, wait a minute. If I take that tile... No, I'd rather do the space project. What am I thinking? Yeah, I think we just take you. Support anyone? Support? That's really interesting. We're getting very close to being able to grow some interesting trees here. 1 more rainfall parameter, 1 more heat parameter, and it'll be at 0 and 1. What do I need here? A shitload of titanium. Just like as much titanium as you've ever seen in your life. And also silicate, so silicates and titanium seems pretty good. Build your miner's house, just anywhere that it gets support. That's a +7. How much more can you afford? Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going. Okay. We'll be at 14. I need 6 titanium next turn. Honestly, keep going. Okay, that was the limit. Fair enough. What's my most valuable expansion tile here, then? What are you? A city spot? We're not going to use it. I think it's just here, and then next turn we probably build a spaceport for even more trade routes. I die in something like 4 turns. But we're going to trigger atmosphere next turn, so actually it's not 4 turns at all. Don't care. Give me 5 science. I need support, please. 35 to get +2 support when you increase food, water, and nitrates. Power, titanium, or tritium when constructing a building. Take it. I really don't want to take more silicate-based space projects. I can't finish them. I am unable to muster the resources to finish them. Piece of shit. I think you'll see more, is the thing. I think you should take Combined Living Center now, because it's support and expansion tiles. And I think you'll see more space projects later on. Like, it's just 3 titanium, that's easy. Okay, you need to drop to 3. But I need 6. So go to 6, export 3, import 3 more, export 3 more. And then we can build the Combined Living Center next turn. I don't need you. But you are the only space project here. Like, I don't need to build this, but also I have more tritium than cent, so I guess I would take it. Like, that's done. Also, I found 10 silicate somewhere. Not going to complain about that. You go here, +7. Just don't even use them. They don't matter. The tiles do not matter. That's not what's important. Tizvetan's going to be pretty good. Jagrav's going to be really good, though. 1 support per turn for every 10 new resources. Like, that's all I do anymore. 5 power on a coastal tile. +2 support for every robot. I don't think we have any super heavy robot cities. But it's probably still just like the best thing. No. A think tank condominium would be better. Because you could put it like here. Also, show me the extra projects that you have this turn. What do I need? What I need is titanium. That's interesting. Do we have anywhere that's high heat but low rainfall? No. Rainfall's way ahead of heat. If anything, it's always the other way around. In that case, take the house. I think it will be better support long term. And then you probably need a few more silicates just to get this project across the line. So spend your explorations on that. You have 5 spare. Next turn you can make your think tank condominium. 14. 19. You're going to be 1 off. That's fine. Very bad. Just like very, very bad. We live for about 5 turns. We'll get 1 terraforming parameter increment in that time. We have no space projects queued up. We have 1 space project queued up. We have 2 space projects queued up. I can't get to the development center, though. I needed to play this differently. I needed to explore a tile that had science. I needed to explore like this. And then I could have built this. I could have taken both of the space projects. But I didn't, because I'm bad. I'll take you. You're more space resources, just in general. 5, 2, reset these. 5, 10. 1, import 1, export 1. Come over here, build a house, 9 support. You're still at negative 100, but I think you're going to get across the finish line. We need 28 resources, and you're 23. We got to see a space project next turn. Thank you. I think that should be it. Just give me more trade routes. I gotta explore for silicates this turn, actually. Any big silicates? It's good enough. Doesn't quite get you across the line, does it? We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. Do that. And then next turn we can finish the power component on that, and we'll win. Turn 55, win. Looked real ugly for a while there. Like, it still looks ugly right now. But what was the name of that video title from like 2 months ago? An ugly win is still a win? Those words also hold true today. Never have I been happier to get out of a map. So, almost eating our words on Space Path, but we continue to be undefeated on it at the highest difficulty that we've completed the game at so far. And we've still only dropped that one game. It was the first time we tried Utopia 11 on Expansionist. Now, the problem that's coming up is next time we play, which is probably going to be next Monday, we're going to increment the difficulty again, and we're going to go to Utopian++. We have never played on Utopian++ before, but I feel like I've got the rhythm pretty down at this point. We might have to make some slight additional tweaks to the way that we're approaching these levels, but I have more confidence than I usually do that we will be able to knock out Planet of Knowledge and Expansionist without too much difficulty. I think the focus on terraforming parameters in every game advice is working out really well, and I'm looking forward to taking a crack at these last couple difficulty increments. So if you haven't seen the VODs channel lately, let's pop the VODs channel in. We have started doing the weekly challenge. I'm doing them on Monday, and then I'm posting them on Monday. So they go direct from VOD archive to YouTube. They usually go up around like 9 or 10 p.m. But I think it's neat being able to get the weekly challenge out on Monday, because that's when the weekly challenge resets. And that's been a fun time so far, based on the, one game that we've played of it so far. It does mean that sometimes it's a little more difficult to get the normal Terraformer stream in on Monday, which is why we're doing this on a Saturday now. And as always, the best way to keep in touch on what the schedule is going to look like for the week and when I'm going to be live is hopping in the Discord. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. Dave the Diver's done, so we're going to be moving on to a new game. I don't yet know what it is. I might just not stream tomorrow to finish some YouTube stuff up and figure out what I actually want that game to be. But I hope that I will see you find people around for that as we figure out what the next little game is that we're going to play on the channel. Till then, though, hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you next time. Take care.